Yeah, if you haven't caught anything up until now, the entire story, basically, you, can basically change the pathway of it, based off words and stuff you collect. Yep. So now, we go back to this one from a while back, where a bunch of people were trying to kill us. Alright. In this timeline, well, basically somebody got some kind of, like, mutation thing happened and stuff like that. And now for some reason, a bunch of survey census people are trying to take us down. Actually, let's replay this one just because it's funny and short.
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Fight. He swung the mission control defense cannon around, aiming it confidently at the smirking face of William Kerr.
Hey, Mr. Kerr.
His most insolent demeanor.
Well, sends his regards. Too. Hey, that was uncalled for, more than a little rude, and just plain unsanitary. Luca, I really think we were good pals. Shame to have to come to this.
Kerr turned his back on the two boys.
End this.
With a nonchalant wave of the hand, he made his exit. As the clipboards began to slowly advance on the treehouse, Luca looked to Iggy with resignation in his eyes. The end. That escalated quickly. Maybe discretion was the better part of valor here.
They're all, would you like to take a survey? And just like some I don't know, it's really hard to explain. But instead, let's flight.
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Flight.
They grew wings and flew in the air.
Control defense cannon, aiming it through an opening in the dense tree branches. He looked up with surprise as it struck true and taut.
Wow, I can't believe that worked. Hey, Mr. Kerr. We'd love to hear your thoughts, but I'm afraid we have places to be. Come on, Iggy. Be a jerks. Whee! Fine. You know where that leads them. This way, we'll take the tunnels.
Luca and Iggy winced as they sprinted through the thicket. The branches clawed at them, reluctant to give passage. After what felt like a marathon, Luca stopped in his tracks as they reached the clearing. What the? That was all he was able to say before Iggy slammed into his back. The boys tumbled down a steep decline and crashed with a wheezing thud on a surface as hard as ice. In fact, it was ice. Chapter 5. Signs. They stood silently, catching their breath. The sky was like sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luca's lungs. Let's keep moving. Luca pulled Iggy to his feet as they gazed across a snowy
we're back here. That was actually pretty bad. Uh-huh. I think we lost him. Are we up in the mountains? I don't think so. If anything, we went downhill. Then what's up with the winter over there? All I know is there's no going back to the way we came. Let's see if we can get our bearings.
disc of smooth metal was lightly covered in snow. Two faint seams were visible along the surface.
A manhole cover? If it is, I've never seen one like it. Luca? Hey. Luca, you there?
Had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying.
Is that both occur? I hope nothing bad has happened to you out in those woods.
Luca looked at Iggy with hesitation.
No need to be rude.
With a resigned sigh, Luca responded.
It seems like the only dangerous thing in the wood is you. He speaks, the young man of the hour. Now, how in tarnation did you end up in one of our radios? Just lucky, I guess. Boy howdy, you Van Horns are full of surprises, aren't you? You knew our parents? Never had the honor of meeting your father, but your mom sure was a handful.
Luca winced, shoving the walkie-talkie back into his pocket.
We gotta keep moving. Uh-oh. What's the readout? Sitting just above 258 Kelvin. That's down a bit from last time. Do we report it to Mr. Kerr? It's still within safe ranges. Maybe spreading, but it's under our control for now. Even a small nudge in the equilibrium could cause a cascade. Dude, relax. Just a few more sites to hit before we can punch out. Let's get this over with. What's this what's all this? I just say with all this snow. I think it's a town sign. Can almost make out the letters under there. What town could this even be? There couldn't be another town in this deep in Weepwood. I'm looking at evidence to the contrary. Let's figure this out what we're dealing with here. Step 1. Snow gotta do. Let's see what I can do. Oops. There we go. What the?
The boys stared in disbelief at the sign that now clearly read, "Welcome to Beacon Pines."
This doesn't make any sense. Here in Beacon Pines? How's that possible? We ran away from town. How did we get back here? I guess we got turned around. Where did all this snow come from? Well, it's been colder than normal lately. There's a big difference between sweater weather and this Arctic escape. The puddle we fought at before. It was cold too. Maybe all of it leads to one source. You think it's related? What is going on? We're gonna get some answers. Let's keep moving. It's all frozen.
Looking down at the frozen stream, Luca could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice.
Whatever happened here, it happened fast. The fish didn't even have time to run. Or, swim run.
The crunching of footsteps trailing Luca went hush. He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion.
Everyone's gone. What? There's nothing here but more snow. There must be an explanation for all this. We have to keep looking. You can look all you want. I quit. Iggy, we have to keep going. You don't get it, do you? This isn't your pathetic hematomic stories. Wow, I'm putting way too much lisp in this. We aren't going to save the day. We aren't even gonna save ourselves. I face it, Mangle. The town is destroyed, and everyone we've ever known is gone. We don't know that. You can't just quit. Do whatever you want. I'm gonna play basketball. I'm done. It's gonna be okay.
Luca peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly,
Phew.
Iggy began to cry. Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luca a sense of compassion, and more than a little guilt.
It's getting pretty late, I think. Probably not a great idea to stumble around in the dark anyway.
Luca allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy.
Let's just rest for a bit.
The boys huddled together for warmth and comfort. If not for
Huggies.
exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence, numb.
The way the snow's covered everything over. It's kind of calming. Yeah. I haven't had time to save it, but thanks. Huh? For getting us away from those creeps. I sorta froze up back there. Iggy, I should be the one apologizing. This all happened because I lost my temper. Nah, that's hockey. First of all, you didn't know what that gunk would do. You didn't, right? Of course not. And second, saw who's this baloney about losing your temper. But I did lose my temper.
Iggy motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Obviously. But that's exactly what you should have done. Huh? I was being a real horse's patootie. You were supposed to be a horse's patootie in response. That's how it works. Iggy, I'm having a hard time following. You wanted me to fight you? Of course! Geez, you goody types take forever to understand a very basic point. Why would you go around saying cruel things trying to get into fights?
Shrugged.
It's nothing to do. Yeah, this is about the reason why a lot of the supervillains I fight end up having a reason for it. I don't know, I was bored. You're a patootie because you're bored? Sometimes I just feel empty. You wouldn't understand. You and Rolo always have a blast together. That thing and calling me dinky little treehouse mission control.
Iggy now wept openly.
Perfect little Luca Van Horn. With his perfect little life. My knife's not perfect. Everyone in town likes you. Not everyone. That new girl hasn't even unpacked yet and she already likes you. You have Tish.
He wiped his nose with a sleeve.
I love Tish. Tish is great. She ain't exactly the world's greatest conversationalist, you know?
Luca gave a warm chuckle.
I get that impression.
Iggy cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes.
It must be raining out here. Definitely.
Iggy arched into a wide yawn.
You should probably try to get some sleep. Yeah. Let's lay low for now. Tomorrow we'll get the bottom of all
His
this.
eyelids began to slowly drift shut.
Right out in the open? Yeah. I always do want to see the inside of your dinky little treehouse. What'd you think? Not bad. I'll give you the floor tour when we get back. You know what?
That's all Luca could whisper before succumbing to sleep. Iggy snuggled in some more.
Cuddles! When it comes to the worst day of my entire life, this one wasn't half bad.
The house smelled of warm bread. Luca was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug. He looked up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luca spoke. "This is how you remember them, huh?" Luca turned to see his own face. The doppelganger from his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes. "Aww, Look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this. The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy.
Like me.
You don't remember, do you? Lucas snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive. The day he chose to abandon us. Luca turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch. That's not true. He didn't abandon us. The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively.
He just went out for cigarettes.
Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Well, let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed. Luca was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. No, we both know that's not how this went. He grabbed Luca's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luca heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope. It was his parents, fighting. Do you remember what we did next? Luca gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this. She was scared. His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them. Luca's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading. I can't lose you. Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this. Eleanor raised her voice. Spare me your bullshit platitudes.
Dutch language.
Our son! Luca flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile. Luca, is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luca descended the stairs. Mom? Dad? What's going on? Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luca eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all. Luca placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing. It sounded like you were going somewhere? Walt gently removed the device from Luca's ears. Listen to me, Luca. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in. Luca hugged his father tightly. Promise? Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder. I promise. With a
Liar.
grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the evening sun.
Thank you all for watching. You're welcome to come see me record these episodes live at twitch.tv/SuperBunnyBun. You can also come say hi on Twitter at SuperBunnyBun. But most importantly, I'd really appreciate it if you could like yourself, comment about how awesome you are, and subscribe to Happy Thoughts. And until next time, stay spicy and huggable. Bye!